Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi and let's dream about beauty. In the video today, I have for you my blush collection. So if you're interested in seeing all of my blush singles, then just keep on watching. So the first blush is the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo Matte and Shimmer in the shade Mojave Mauve. And that's what it looks like. So we got the shimmer side and then the matte side. And you can blend them together. I definitely want more of these. I want to get, there's one, I think it's called Pink Dahlia. That's the one I want to get. Next up we have the Wet n Wild Ombre Blush in a Purple Haze is the shade name. This is what it looks like. Very cool tone, but not a lot of pigment. If you go in hard, you can get some color. Next up we have the Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Quirky. That's what that looks like. Very neutral blush. Next up we have the Physicians Formula Butter Blush. This one is in the shade Natural Glow. You can see that there's not a lot of color there. That's what I get on my finger. You can see the glow there now. Smells so good. Next up we have the Milk Makeup Blush Stick. This one is in the shade Swish. It's very pretty. That's what it looks like. Don't be intimidated by how bright it looks because it definitely blends out a lot more muted. It's a pretty color. This is new to me. I haven't used it very much. Next we have the 9 Ways to Shine Chic Wardrobe. This is from Tarte. And we have either what you might call a highlighter or a blush topper. And that's the three that we have. Very neutral, sort of peachy color on the side here, pink, and then the blush topper or highlighter depending on your skin tone. That's pretty. And I like the packaging, I think it's cool. Next up I have the Mini Milk Makeup Stick. This one is in the shade Work. This is a very neutral shade. And that's what it looks like. These Milk Makeup blush sticks blend out really nicely in my mind. They don't go too sheer. I have a couple of liquid blushes that when you blend it out, it looks very sheer. Okay, so next I have a jelly blush from Basic Beauty. It is in the shade It's October 3rd. It says jelly blush on it, but it has more the consistency of a cream blush. Very soft and very easy to blend, very smooth, very creamy. I got this in an Ipsy bag. Next we have the NARS. This is the Dual Intensity Blush in the shade Adoration. We have a glowy side and a matte side. And blend them out. And you have a very pretty color. Next up we have the Kaja Blush. I almost said Kaja Bleach Stamp, though that's not what it is. The Kaja Blush Stamp, and this is in the color Feisty. So you just take the stamp part and then open it up, stamp it in there, stamp it on your hand, rub it out. It's quite a pretty color. Blends out easily as well. I do feel like if you let it dry too long, then it's hard to blend out that heart shape, and that's what you're left with on your cheeks is heart. Which could be fun depending on the circumstances, I suppose. This is another one of the mini Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blushes. It's in the shade Kisses. That's the shade. I like that shade. That's pretty. Nice and pink. Next up we have a mini NARS Orgasm. I laugh every time I say that. A mini orgasm. Now I'm wondering if, because I know that this is such an iconic blush, so many people just love it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's a sample size, or maybe it's dried out, or maybe it just doesn't swatch well and looks better on the face. Next up we have this blush called Le Monochromatic Petit Dessous from Lancome. This is beautiful. It blends out like a dream. I don't know why I don't use this every day. It's so pretty. What a pretty color. Next we have Hourglass. This is in the shade Diffused Heat. They're very subtle. You're not getting a lot of pigment out there, you're just getting a subtle color and subtle glow. So if you want more color payout, then you need to, payoff I guess, color payoff, you need to go in a little bit, a little more than normal, I suppose. Next up, we have BH Cosmetics Floral Duo Blush, the Duo Cheek Color in the shade Fiji Fun. Oops. This has two different shades to it. And these are highly pigmented, as I learned in a recent video. Blend together. Next up we have the 9 Ways to Shine Cheek Wardrobe. This one's the medium one. It has a highlighter or blush topper, blush, and I think this is supposed to be a bronzer. The highlight color is pretty. Bronzer is fairly orangey toned, and then the blush is quite pretty. Next up we have this one from Sugar. It's Contour to Force Mini Blush in the shade Peach Pink. Oh sorry, Peach Peak. Got this in Sea Bag. It's very peachy. Very easy to blend out. But I guess if you want to be more pigmented, you'd have to go in a bit more. Next up we have the ColourPop. This is the Super Shock Cheek blush in the shade Prenup. I've had it for a while and it still hasn't dried out yet. You can see I've got a pretty good dip there. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Very nice. We have 9 Ways to Shine Cheek Wardrobe. This is in the lightest shades. And let's see if I can figure out how to open it. This was, I believe, this year's holiday release. One of them for Tarte. A highlighter. And then a peachy blush and more pinky blush. Very pretty. Next up we have Nomad Cosmetics, and this is their Light Infusion Powder in the shade Positano Sunrise. Oops, I forgot to wipe off my swatches from them before. This one is so pretty. What a pretty color. Beautiful. I love this one. I wish I had a bigger size. I wish it was bigger. That's what she said. Next up is a new one for me from Untitled Cosmetics. I just got this in my Ipsy bag, my most recent one. That's what it looks like. And it's neutral. Nice neutral, easy shade, easy to blend out. Next we have this liquid blush called Cheek Kiss from Milani, and it's in the shade 120 Pink Flirt. So I squeezed out quite a bit. I feel like I could keep rubbing it until it just went away, actually. It's not very opaque, but it looks pretty. It's a pretty color. So I'll be actually interested to use this on my face. It's relatively new. I got it in my birthday haul. And another cream blush. This one I think came in an Ipsy bag. Try not to squeeze out so much this time. Yeah, this consistency of this is much different from the consistency of the Milani. Like that one felt very slippery. It almost felt like a serum that would I could just keep rubbing it and rubbing it. But this one, it's starting to dry down, and you can see that it looks more opaque. And that is blush serum from Butanio Beauty. Up we have Hourglass. This is in the shade Ethereal Glow. Doesn't have a lot of pigment, so I think you could use it as a blush topper, or you just have to go in quite hard with it to get color that you might want. But it's pretty. It's relatively new to me. I bought it with my BoxyCharm add-ons. So I got it for $12 US, so that's not bad. That's not bad for an Hourglass blush. Okay, and the last three that we have are all Buxom Wanderlust. So we have the shade Havana, the shade Dolly, and the shade Seychelles. Very nice and pigmented. So that one is more bright pink. That one is a little more neutral, leaning to mauve. And that one is quite mauve. Those are the three different swatches. It blends out very nicely. I purchased these on the recommendation of Andrea Matalano. I quite like them. We have one more blush left. This is the Laura Geller blush. It's in the shade Tropical Hues, Baked Blush. Got this quite a long time ago in a BoxyCharm. Let's see, that's the color. Has a little bit of glow to it. It's quite pretty. Next I have the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. Oh, I can get this open. I know I can. There we go. Yes, in the shade Luminoso. That's what I'm wearing today, actually. Very nice peachy corally blush. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Orgasm blush, I've heard. Haven't really used it enough to know. Next up we have Physicians Formula Butter Blush, and this one is in the shade Plum Rose. This is a very subtle, very cool tone blush. Next, I have the Disney Designer Collection blush in the shade Enchanted Mirror. That's what it looks like. Kind of a rosy pink. Next I have the Floral blush, the Floral Duo from BH Cosmetics. It's in the shade Caribbean Coral. And I will tell you, this sure took me by surprise a couple of videos ago. Very bright. But if you go in with just a little bit, and it would be very pretty. Instead of going in like crazy like I did. And then we have the Disney Designer Collection blush in the shade Floating Lights. This is a very cool toned pink. Blends out easily. That's beautiful. One of my favorite blushes that I have. I just love those cool toned pinks. Alright, and that's it for my blushes. So that's it for blush singles. I hope that you enjoyed the collection. Time is our most precious resource, and when you spend some of your time with me, I really, really appreciated it. I hope wherever in the world you are that you're well, you're healthy, and you're happy. I want to thank you for coming by and supporting my channel. And that's it from me. Take care and goodbye.